Dragon's Lair for today's game, featuring the visiting Garrett Lakers and your Howard Dragons. The National Junior College Athletic Association, Region 20, and Howard College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. We thank you for your support and your cooperation.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful day here in Columbia, Maryland. My name is Jalen Ivy, and I'll be your host this afternoon here at Howard Community College. Today's matchup will be covering the Dragons of Howard Community College versus Garrett College. Howard comes into this game with a record of 3-2 overall, and Garrett College comes into this game with a record of 1-7 overall. So we are about to do the national anthem here at Howard CC.
We would like to celebrate our four sophomores for the class of 2023.
And cannot forget that today is also Sophomore Day. We have 4 sophomores here for Howard Community College.
A midfielder out of Falls Church, Virginia, number 7, Merida Castillo.
Merida Castillo is the first sophomore presented today for Howard CC.
Our next sophomore, a defender out of Falls Church, Virginia, number 11, Giselle Castillo. Our next sophomore, a midfielder out of Riverdale, Maryland, number 12, Melissa Villatoro.
Giselle Castillo and Melissa Villatoro were the second and third sophomores for Howard CC Women's Soccer.
Our final sophomore, a goalkeeper out of Ellicott City, Maryland, number 38, Olivia Jackson.
Final sophomore for today is Olivia Jackson, goalkeeper for the Dragons.
Oh, you get in there. One picture with all 4 of you and the coach. Ladies and gentlemen, your sophomore class of 2023. And now at this time, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. And now, the starters for today's game, beginning with the visiting Garrett Lakers. Number 3, Haley Parsons. Number 4, Paris Yout. Number 6, Sydney Weeks. Number 7, Courtney Milner. Number 8, Asana Akinloye. Number 10, Kiara Rhodes. Number 12, Allison Harrell. Number 17, Cheyenne Zach. Number 22, Samantha Prescorn. Number 30, Emily Baker. are coached by Brandon Jackson, assisted by Nate Hensler and Mark Hoxima. And now the starters for your Howard Dragons. Number 2, Ashley Osorio. Number 3, Zali Hernandez. Number 5, Lucy Segovia. Number 7, Marita Castillo. Number 9, Jocelyn Ortiz Cruz. Number 11, Giselle Castillo. Number 12, Melissa Villatoro. Number 15, Kimberly Ruano. Number 17, Jacqueline Navarro. Number 22, Genesis Sparrow. And in goal, number 38, Olivia Jackson. The Dragons are coached by Jose Benitez, assisted by Michael Ditter. Hey, Brittany. I'm going to need you up here until Sam gets here. Okay. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this game is just about to get underway here in Columbia, Maryland. It's a pretty chilly day here in Columbia. It was a little bit sunnier, but the clouds seem to be rolling in right now. But still a great day for soccer. This game is underway. All right, things seem pretty spread out right now. Both teams looking to kind of find a little bit of a pace here. That ball is sent over into the inside. The Dragons will earn themselves a corner kick. That'll be sent in by Melissa Villatoro.
In the air, let's go.
A lot of Laker bodies on the inside of that box. And Cruz just tried to kick that ball in, but that ball just gets past her.
Come on, Haley, up. Yes.
Lakers looking to take that ball down the field.
Yes. Go, Haley, go.
Parsons taking that ball on the inside, but that ball is kicked out of bounds by the Dragons, and it'll be thrown in by the Lakers. Milner sends that ball over to Stout. And Lakers will remain in possession. That ball just gets past Stout. Marita Castillo with the ball. Segovia just tried to get that ball past the Lakers, but just could not get it past Lakers defender. Possession will go over to the Dragons. Giselle Castillo comes up with it. Looking to find a little bit of an opening, but that ball just gets past Melissa Villatoro. Lakers trying to work around the Dragons here.
Good. Switch it. Good.
Trying to switch the field. Running down center field.
That's good.
Sends that ball over to the near side. And Osorio came up with that ball. And it'll stay in possession of the Dragons.
In the middle. In the middle. Yes, Kara. Better. Come on, referee. 7 right in front of you. Literally pulling her.
Some great defense here on both sides. Lakers looking to make some sort of opening here. Bazali comes up with it, Zali Hernandez, and sends that ball out of bounds. But it'll be a thrown for the Lakers. That ball is thrown, and Milner does come up with it. That ball is sent over to Harold. Vara over to Giselle Castillo. Castillo looking to send that ball over to Ruano. Ruano sends that ball to Segovia. Back to Ruano. Ruano just gets past Hassana of the Lakers. Trying to get past yet another defender of the Lakers. Sends that ball on the inside. Ball's a little wide. And a long shot by Moreira Castillo just wide of the net.
Drop.
Throwing for the Dragons. Cruz looking to make something happen, but a little bit of a misstep on that ball, and that ball is turned over to the Lakers. But the Dragons come back up with a long shot by Cruz. Is caught by the Lakers. That'll be number 0, Sarah Tabuena, in the goalkeeper for the Lakers. That'll be a throw in for the Dragons. Into the chest of Ruano. A little bit of a matchup here with Ruano and Akinloye. Ruano looking to make something. And that ball is sent wide of the post once more. Var trying to come up with it. Taylor sends that ball to Fernandez. Osorio has it. Sends that ball to Ruano. Ruano sends that ball to Segovia. Segovia is on the floor after it looks like a little bit of a hard tackle, but no call from the ref. Now it's Vara. Moreira Castillo sends that ball over to Melissa Villatoro. And the Lakers send that ball out of bounds, and it'll be a throw for the Dragons. Dragons definitely looking to make something happen right here. Trying to stay in possession of this ball. And it'll be the Lakers. But Giselle Castillo has something to say. But Parsons is running things down here, but she's matched up with Castillo right now, and Castillo comes up with it with some great defense. Sends that ball Over to the inside to Ruano. Ruano sends that ball on the inside. It'll be a corner kick for the Dragons. Lakers trying their best to definitely keep the Dragons anywhere near that net of theirs. A lot of Laker bodies on the inside. That'll be Melissa Villatoro, but that ball is sent back over to Parsons. And Parsons will take that ball down the inside field. And it'll be a throw-in for the Lakers. Excuse me, that'll be a throw-in for the Dragons. Headed on by the Lakers. Back to Parsons. And that'll be a foul on Merida Castillo of the Dragons. Excuse me, Ashley Osorio. And a shot attempt by Harold is into the hands of Jackson. Jackson sends that ball down to about midfield. And pre-scoring. Tried to come up with it, but that ball will go back into the possession of the Dragons. That ball is sent in. And picked up by Tabuena.
You're doing a great job. Come on, Sid! Best one out here, by far.
Castillo over to Vara. Looking to send things back a little bit. Find a little bit of a pace here. Over to Hernandez. Hernandez looking for a little bit of an opening here. Cruz on a fast break attempt. But Tabuena slides in to pick up that ball. So the Lakers will earn themselves a corner kick. Corner kick for the Lakers. Attempted to be headed on, but the Lakers still in possession. And Stout takes that long shot, and that shot is into the outside of the net. Jackson taking a little bit of time here. Sends that ball a little low into the chest of the Lakers. Giselle Castillo sends that ball over to Taylor on the far side. Excuse me, that was Jacqueline Navarro on the far side. Tabuena will send that ball out of bounds. And Alyssa Taylor will be subbing in for Lucy Segovia for the Dragons.
For the Dragons, number 18, Alicia Taylor.
Right here, blue. Go on. Yeah, Sam.
Excuse me, Alicia Taylor.
It's okay. Up, blue. Up.
Again,
Up.
that's the idea. I'm fine with. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get it for the reason.
Back to Sarah. Back to Sarah.
Especially
Back to
if we can
Sarah!
get this thing installed, then my idea works because I have a desktop computer that I was gonna bring out and try to connect to it. It's just my expensive esports one.
Come on, Ellie.
The second.
And an attempted shot by Melissa Villatoro finds itself on the outside of that net.
Ellie, you okay?
Go kick for the Lakers. Lakers looking to make something happen here.
Come on, Gort. Drop. Drop. Good, Ellie. Come on, guys.
A lot of back and forth here in midfield.
Look, Haley. Yes. Kira, Haley. Yes, Haley. Big touch in. Yes, Haley.
That'll be Parsons.
Thank you, sir.
And that'll be a card on Ashley Osorio. Sun looking to try and come back out here a little bit, light up this field. This will be a free kick for the Lakers. That ball is sent high by Stout.
Head up. Next one, Kara, you're okay? Keep it up, blue. Hassana. A little bit over. Sid's got her. Good. You got 18, Hassana. If she gets a big step. Yeah.
Headed on by the Lakers. Segovia
Blue
sends
up.
that ball back to,
Thank you, Hassana.
excuse me, Hernandez sends that ball back to Jackson. Melissa Villatoro tries to come up with it, takes a shot, but that ball rolls out of bounds on the left side of the goal.
Sam, you okay? Good, Allie. Yes, Allie. With me, Sam. Right here, Evelyn. Yes. Body. Come on, Evelyn.
Melissa Villatoro on the far side once again, over to Cruz.
Yes, Sid. Well done.
Bit of a hard tackle by the Lakers, but no call by the refs. Refs saying to continue playing.
Switch it.
Lakers
Yes.
looking to switch the field here.
Off your feet.
That ball is back to the Dragons. Ruano has it. Looking to send that ball over to Taylor.
Come on, Haley. Body
Taylor
set.
sends that ball back to Vara. A bit of back and forth here for Vara, but back to Taylor. Taylor gets past another defender of the Dragons, and Cruz looking to come up with it. Takes a shot on the right side, but that ball is sent out of bounds off of the Lakers. And it'll be yet another corner kick for the Dragons.
Come on, Blue! In the air!
A lot of blue here sitting near this goal. That ball is sent in and low. Cruz comes up with it. Viatoro
Body!
trying to get that ball over to Cruz. But it'll be a throw for the Dragons. That ball over to Taylor, and that ball is sent out of bounds once again by the Lakers.
Who's on who?
Osorio will take the throw in.
Yes, Sid, you see it. Good, Sid.
Headed on by the Lakers.
Good.
And the Lakers looking to take things back down to their side, but Vara comes up with that.
Up, Blue, up! Up!
And Giselle Castillo sends that ball back to Jackson. Taking a little bit of time, sends that ball over to Hernandez. Castillo sends that ball down the far side of the field. And the Lakers will send that ball out of bounds. Thrown into Castillo. Castillo sends that ball far for a long shot, and it's picked up by Tabuena. I believe that's the first long shot attempt here by the Dragons. Picked up by Vara. And Hernandez will send that ball back to Jackson. Mereda Castillo. And Tabuena far out of her box here, but scoops that ball right on up. And sends that ball to about midfield. And it'll stay with the Lakers. But not enough Laker bodies on that left side of the field. So it'll go back to the Dragons. Hernandez sends that ball over to Castillo. Castillo taking a second to look. Sends that ball over, looking for Ruano. And that ball just gets past Laker defenders. Ruano will come up with it. And that ball is kicked out of bounds by Akinloye of the Lakers. Ruano was trying to look, take a second to look here to take that shot. But there were about 2 Laker defenders on her. And that ball was sent out of bounds. But it'll be good for a corner kick for the Dragons. The ball sent in. Headed on by the Lakers. And then for a shot by Mereda Castillo, but that ball is high and wide. A few good looks and shots here for both teams. But we still remain scoreless here in this first half. Lakers are looking to get away with that ball here for a second. But Dragons will remain in possession. Castillo just kicks that ball out of bounds, and it'll be a Lakers throw in. And that'll be an offsides call here on the Lakers. Parsons was definitely looking to get after that ball. A lot of great defensive matchups here during this game. Both sides continuously trying to switch the field to find any opening to get past their opponent. But it'll be a throw in for the Lakers. Headed on by Jacqueline Hernandez. Oh, excuse me, Jacqueline Navarro. And Navarro is called for the foul. Sun's back out here lighting up this field a little bit more. Bringing a little bit of added warmth to this game too. And Parsons looking to come up with it as best as she can, but that ball is picked up by Jackson. And there will also be an offsides kick on the Lakers. Lakers looking to stay in their territory here. Navarro comes up with it. Sends that ball over to Taylor. Back over to Vara on the inside. And Vara was definitely looking for Cruz or Ruano, but that ball gets back into the hands of the Lakers. Into the chest of Taylor. But Milner would take that ball on the inside over to Parsons. Back to Milner, and a long shot by Milner is just going to go wide of the goal. We do have a sub here for the Lakers.
Entering the game for the Lakers, number 2, Skylar Miller.
And Miller will be going in for Parsons here after a call by the ref. Giving her a little bit of a break here.
Yes, Emily. Emily, no turn. Come on,
That'll be Melissa
Emily.
Villatoro.
Yes,
Was
Shy.
trying to get that ball past, but they were ball past the Lakers, but there were about 3 defenders there to pick that up.
Drop. Drop, Sam. Drop.
We have another sub for the Dragons.
For the Dragons, number 24, Madison Carey.
And that'll be Carey for the Dragons. Maria Castillo will be coming off the field.
Yeah, who are you going for? Thank you.
Come on, Emily.
Cruz was looking for Ruano, but that ball just passed Ruano. A little bit of a battle here with Cruz and Lakers. Oh, sorry, a little bit of a miss kick.
Battle, Sky. Drop. Drop, Sky. It's okay. Yes. Yes, Sky. Yes, Sky. Yes, Sky. Yes, drop. Good, Sky. Good, Sonic. Good shit. Gotta jump it.
Carey sent that
Come on,
ball to
Court. Lovely, Courtney.
Cruz.
20
A
up.
little bit of a mix-up here on both
Yes,
sides.
Sana.
Both teams seem to be lacking a little bit of communication here.
That's okay, Court.
Seem like they're
Drop.
kind of playing against each other or their own teammates. Miss kick by Navarro. Lakers come back up with it.
Yeah, Kira. Kira.
Rose looking to take that ball down on the far side.
Shy. Yes. Kira, get in there.
Rose was looking to find Zach, but Zach sends that ball out of bounds. We have 2 subs here for the Dragons and the Lakers.
Entering the game for the Lakers, number 24, Madison Kirby. Re-entering for the Dragons, number 7, Marita Castillo.
And Castillo will be going back into the game for the Dragons, and Kirby will be going into the game for the Lakers. Goal kick by the Dragons. And a hard tackle by the Lakers, and that sends Navarro to the floor. But she kind of just shakes that off and gets right back on her feet. Definitely looked like that hit knocked the wind out of her a little bit, but she looks to be okay over there on the far side of the field. And Dragons taking a little bit of time on this free kick. The ball sent low to the far side. Melissa Villatoro back to Giselle Castillo.
Yes, Courtney. Here you go, Kara. Well done. Haley, you ready?
And Sally Hernandez looking to find a little bit of opening here. Sends that ball to the inside, but it's headed on by the Lakers. Castillo.
Thank you.
Yes, Kira. Battling. Right here, Shy. Good, Shy.
Hernandez sending that ball back. Trying to send that ball back down the field, but Carey sends that ball over to Giselle Castillo, and Castillo will send that ball back to Jackson. Dragons looking to take a little bit of time here to find a rhythm and an opening.
Right here, Sky. On that bounce. Yes, Sky.
Lakers looking to come up with it a little bit. Stout was racing to that ball, but Hernandez just a little bit too quick for her.
Yeah, Kara. Courtney.
But Stout back in possession with it. Looking for a little bit of an opening here. Sends that ball over to number 2 for the Lakers.
Look, Allison. Come on, Kara.
It'll be a corner kick for the Dragons.
You good, Jordan? Sorry, what number are you going for again? 22? Thank you.
He's coming back. You good. In the air! Skylar, more in!
Corner kicks headed on by the Lakers. And the Lakers will come in with it. Ruano right behind them, though. Vara will fall to the ground, but gets right back up.
Good!
And it'll be Vara and Baker with a little bit of a matchup here, but that ball sent out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Dragons.
Behind ya!
Throwing in that ball given to Villatoro. Back to Vara. Vara sends that ball on the inside, but headed on by the Lakers, and it'll be Merida Castillo
Contain, Sky!
trying to get past this Lakers
Hold
defender.
up.
Sends that ball to the inside.
Got you.
Well done, come on, Kara! Well done!
And Osorio would chase after that ball with a little bit of a look back here to see if there's anyone following, but there was no one, so she had a little bit of time. Segovia taking a little bit of a look. That ball sent over to Ruano with nobody there. And Ruano over in that right corner. Two defenders and a hard
All right, drop!
tackle
Drop!
by the Lakers. Will be good for
Sky! More in! Change your
free
easy
kick
out
for the
there.
Dragons. A lot of blue here near the box.
Backside, be ready!
That ball is sent in and high,
Good
headed
foot.
on by the Lakers and sent back outside of the box.
Yes, Sky!
Osorio sends that ball back to Merida Castillo, and that ball sent out of bounds. We have a few subs going in.
Entering the game for the Lakers, number 3, Haley Parsons. And number 22, Samantha Prescorn. Entering for the Dragons, number 16, Ola Tolbert.
So Tolbert will be entering the game for the Dragons, getting her first appearance today. Ruana will be coming out.
Come on, Sam, take the inside away.
That'll be Villatoro takes a long shot. And Tabuena chases after that ball and picks it up. Sends that ball high. And Vara and Kirby here. A little bit of back and forth. Vara sends that ball to the inside. And Tabuena comes far off her line once more.
Be ready.
And we'll send that ball back out towards midfield.
Bounce. Come on, Blue. Look, Haley. Come on, Haley.
And Parsons trying to chase after that ball. But it'll be Parsons and Hernandez just gets past her. And Osorio doing her best to chase down that ball, but that ball will roll out of bounds for the Dragons, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lakers.
Good, Allie.
That ball was in the possession of Rhodes. Back to Harold now. Lakers still in possession, and that'll be Parsons with nobody there. Takes a shot, and it's saved by Jackson. A great save by Jackson, but a great look by Parsons for the Lakers. Almost earned them their first shot here on the scoreboard, but that ball is saved. Lakers with a little bit of momentum here. Definitely looking to score. Parsons with the ball once again with nobody there and takes another shot, but that ball is saved defensively by Giselle Castillo and rolls over to Jackson. Lakers with 2 shot attempts here. 2 great looks. In a matter of about 10 seconds. Definitely looking to remain in possession. But that ball into the chest of Akinloye. And Merida Castillo
Let's go.
just tries to get past these Lakers. But that'll be pre-scoring. And that ball is sent back over to Milner. Now Harold will come up with it.
Can on their throw. You got two.
Lakers trying their best to stay in possession here.
Thank you.
Still in possession are the Lakers. And some great attempts here by the Lakers, trying to keep this ball on their side of the on the field.
Great team. Alicia Taylor. And entering for Garrett College, number 2, Skylar Miller.
Corner kick for the Lakers. Headed on by the Lakers, and Parsons will take another shot here, but that ball is on the top of the goalpost and will roll off to the back. So 3 good looks here, and they were all shot by Parsons. And Parsons has played in all 8 of these games for the Lakers.
Good defense.
And she is currently their leading scorer
Run it down.
for the Lakers. So they're definitely looking to get Parsons going here in this game. We only have
We can tell, Will.
about 4 minutes here left in this first half, and we are still scoreless here during this matchup. Tolbert.
Get it to the middle.
Tolbert looking for Maria Castillo, but that ball,
Stop it. Get the ball back.
Castillo cannot come up with it. Lakers
Come on,
getting
defense.
past these Dragons defenders here. That ball is sent to the outside and almost goes out of bounds, but Miller will stick with it. And Hernandez will send that ball back, but into the chest of the Lakers, and we will have a foul on the Dragons. So they have a free kick for the Lakers. That ball sent in into the chest of Hernandez.
Get out there.
And Var looking to get that ball outside, out of the.
Just throw it to it.
But Harold will take a long shot, and that ball goes just
Yeah,
wide of
Jordan.
the goal.
Yes, he is. I'm hiring Jordan today.
Lakers here getting a lot of great shots during this match.
Well, get it out of there.
Lakers finding a little bit of momentum here, still remain in possession.
Taking the ball from her. Get it this way.
But there is little to no communication here on this field. Tolbert chasing that ball down.
Come on, get the ball back. Come on, White. Good job, Gabby.
Tolbert tripped up a little bit here.
Come on, White.
And Dragons doing their best to try to come up with this ball, but these Lakers defenders are just playing a little fast here on offense. And the Dragons just cannot seem to come up with it. A lot of ball movement here as well. Trying to find that opening to take this ball back down the field. That ball will be sent on the inside and headed on by Rhodes. Rhodes tries to come back up with it.
Good job. No.
Baker will have it on the far side.
Drop! Drop!
And Miller will kick that ball out of bounds, and Carey will be good for throwing for the Dragons. Tober looking to chase that ball down with two Lakers defenders, but the Lakers will send that ball out of
Come on,
bounds.
Blue! 30 seconds! Let's go!
And it'll be a throw in for the Dragons. I have about 20 seconds here left in this game.
Come on, Sky!
In the first
Yep.
half of this game,
Drop,
excuse
Sky!
me.
Drop!
Be thrown in once again.
Play Sam,
And the
simple!
Lakers will keep that ball out near their goal. And that ball is kicked out of bounds by the Dragons, and that'll be the end of the first half here in Columbia, Maryland.
Garrett 0, Howard 0.
We do remain scoreless here during this game, so both teams definitely looking to regain a little bit of intensity here. But I can say momentum is definitely on the Lakers side right now. But we'll be back shortly after halftime. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Columbia, Maryland. The second half here is underway for this game, for this women's soccer game. It'll be Howard Dragons versus the Lakers of Garrett College. And it seems there is a little bit of change here in intensity and momentum on both sides. But the Lakers definitely had a bit of advantage coming off that first half, as they did have the momentum in their hands. But Dragons are currently in possession of this ball. Dragons looking to take a little bit of time here. Melissa Viatora will send that ball down the middle, and Ruano would chase after that ball, but it'll be picked up by Tabuena. Into the chest of Navarro, but the Lakers will send that ball back down the opposite side of the field. And Osorio chasing it down with Parsons on her left. Parsons now on the inside of Osorio, and Zali Hernandez, and Parsons will just get past Hernandez. Parsons taking that ball to the inside, and it'll be Castillo that will come up with it.
Yeah, Sam. Little bit of time. Here we go, Sam.
And Mereda Castillo chasing that ball down. And it'll be Castillo and Carey.
Well done, Blue.
Giselle Castillo will send that ball out of bounds. And it'll be thrown in by the Lakers.
Jordan, throw him the ball, then can you go get it? Never mind, just slide down. Yeah, slide down, take a spot.
Yeah, Kara. Well done, Kara.
Picked up by Jackson.
In the air, Blue. Here we go.
Lakers definitely getting off to a good start here in the second half.
Right here.
Looking to use that same momentum they had in the first half and run with it in these opening minutes.
Drop. Okay.
Cruz sends that ball over to Ruano, but just through the legs of Ruano. But a bit of a hard tackle here. And Cruz will be on the floor. Getting up a little slow, but does get back on her feet. And that'll be a free kick for the Dragons. That ball sent in down the middle of the field, headed on by the Lakers, though. And Tabuena will pick that ball up once more. Dragons definitely were trying to find a little bit of give there. Lakers looking to take this ball back down their side of the field, but Mereda Castillo came up with that, but it just went out of bounds. And Stout taking that ball down, but Jackson will pick that ball right back up. Jackson sends that ball over to Castillo, telling her to kind of push that ball down the field. Finds Melissa Viatoro. Viatoro finding Ruano. Back to Viatoro. And good communication here by the Dragons. But Ruano does come up with it, but that ball is back into the hands of the Lakers. Stout will send that ball over to Parsons, and Parsons looking for a fast break attempt here with Mereda Castillo on her tail. Osorio, but Jackson will pick that ball right up. A great look here by the Lakers. And Parsons did have a little bit of speed over there on Osorio. Pereira Castillo will send that ball down the middle of the field to Buena off her line and will send that ball right back. Headed on by Castillo into the hands of Villatoro, looking for Cruz. Cruz trying to get past two Lakers defenders and ends up on the floor, and it'll be a foul on the Lakers. And we will have another free kick for the Dragons. A lot of liquor bodies standing in this penalty box. Looking for an opening. That ball sent in and wide by Giselle Castillo. But still in play here. Navarro trying to send that ball to the inside, but Lakers come up with it. Vara on that far side, sending that ball back past the Lakers. A little bit of back and forth. Rano has it, sends that ball back to Vara. And that ball will be sent out of bounds by the Lakers and a throw in for the Dragons. And we will have a bit of an injury here on the field. So we will take a quick pause and we'll be back after this. So Alicia Taylor will be going in for Yoselin Ortiz Cruz for the Dragons.
The Dragons, number 18, Alicia Taylor.
Cruz taking a little bit of a stride here, trying to get off this field. And this could be a little bit of a change of pace for the Dragons, because Cruz was definitely keeping the intensity and momentum going for the Dragons on defense. But the clock will restart. It'll be a throw for the Dragons. And that ball got past Vara, and the Lakers will look to take that ball back down their side of the field. Navarro comes up with that ball. Vara sends that ball back to Navarro. Vara trying to look for Ruano, but Ruano just was a step back from that shot to the inside. And that ball will be out of bounds for the Lakers, and it'll be into the possession of the Dragons. Throw in for the Dragons. Castillo will send that ball inside, headed on by the Lakers. And it will go out of bounds once more. And it'll be a throw-in for the Dragons. Dragons looking to get a little bit of a quick start here. Pereira on the inside. And just a little bit of a pass here, but that ball is passed over to the Lakers. VAR looking over to Taylor, but Akinloye of the Lakers will send that ball out of bounds. Still in Dragons' possession. Dragons playing a little bit of a slow game here, looking to get anything under their belt, momentum-wise, but we will have a foul, or excuse me, a handball on the Dragons.
Here we go, Blue. Let's go, ladies.
That ball sent to about midfield. And everybody kind of did a little bit of a look there, trying to see who was going to come up with it, but it will be in possession of the Dragons. Viatura on the near side of the field. Headed on once more.
Yeah, Sam, that's you. Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam. Yeah, Sam.
Carey trying to send that ball to Viatora, but just short. Carey will send that ball to the inside. VAR comes up with it. VAR taking a little bit of a look over to Hernandez. Hernandez sends that ball, trying to get to Taylor, but that ball just a little too hard and flies past Taylor. And the Lakers will send that out of bounds. A little back and forth here for the Dragons and Lakers. But Viatora will come up with this on this near side, and she'll take a shot, and that'll go into the stomach of one of the Lakers players. That'll be VAR with a long shot, and just a little bit too easy for Tabuena, who's sitting in that penalty box for the Lakers. And she will send that ball back down the field. Both teams seem to be doing a little bit of watching here versus playing. Maybe trying to get looks. Giselle Castillo will send that ball back down. Carey. And hard tackles for both sides. Giselle Castillo will hit the floor, along with Rhodes for the Lakers, because we may have another injury here. So we are going to take a short break, and we'll be back after this.
Entering the game for the Dragons, number 5, Lucy Segovia.
So Segovia will go in for the Dragons, and Castillo will come out. So currently down in this game, after injuries, we have Jocelyn Ortiz-Cruz and Giselle Castillo, who are two big-time players for the Dragons, who definitely carry the momentum in that backfield. A little bit of a miskick for Navarro. That ball is sent back by Hernandez to Jackson. Jackson sends that ball down the middle of the field. Carey. Jackson will send that ball down the far side, headed on by the Lakers. Lakers doing their best to stay in their territory right now. That'll be Taylor that comes up with it. Taking a little bit of a look here, but a bit of an easy ball. And VAR having a little bit of struggle with Rhodes. And that ball chased down once again by the Lakers. And Milner sent that ball over to Parsons. And Parsons did her best to come up with it, but Hernandez was there to save it. Milner with it once again. Sends that ball to Harold. Looking for Prescorn. That'll be Stout. And a little bit of a mismatch with a good amount of Dragons players. Carey chasing that ball down with Prescorn. And that ball will be sent out of bounds, but it'll be a throw-in for the Lakers. And we are still scoreless going into the second half. We have about 32 minutes left on this clock. That'll be Segovia. Sends that ball to Moreira Castillo. Castillo looking to send that switch the field, excuse me. And Taylor was sending that ball down. Was looking for Ruano, but that ball into the cleats of the Lakers. That ball gets through the legs of Carey. Carey chasing that ball down. And Rhodes. And Carey, a little bit of a mismatch with Carey and Rhodes, but Rhodes was coming up fast behind Carey. That'll be a throw-in.
Here we go, Blue.
Thank you.
It'll be a throw-in for the Lakers. And we will have an illegal throw called on the Lakers. And it'll be turned over to the Dragons. Dragons possession.
Come back. Good intensity. Right here, Sam. Back in heavily. Good.
Sun lighting up the field once more here in Columbia. Also providing a little bit of warmth.
Haley, more tucked in. This is you, Emily.
Into the chest of Villatoro, but that ball is out of bounds and off of her.
Breather, Sam.
Entering the game for the Lakers, number 24, Madison Kirby.
And Kirby will come back onto the field for the Lakers. Prescorn will come out. Stout.
Sarah.
Hernandez. And Ruano couldn't find that ball for a second. But that ball got behind her. But Villatoro over to Moreira Castillo. Castillo sends that ball over to Ruano. And we will have an offsides call on the Dragons.
Fire Blue.
Ruano was definitely looking to find that fast break attempt there for her team, but
Yeah, Kara.
it was a quick call by the refs.
Yes, Haley. Come on, Haley.
It'll be Hernandez on the far side. Parsons coming up quick right behind her, though.
See who you got.
A lot of bodies running, but Tabuena far off her line, and she will pick that ball up. Throws that ball over to Harold. Baker and Segovia, bit of a mismatch. Villatoro, back in possession, over to Vara. Over to Segovia. Segovia was looking to get that ball to Ruano, but just a little short. And Lakers looking to take that ball back down the field. It'll be Rhodes sending that ball down. And Stout would chase after it, but it'll be kicked back by Jackson.
Come on, Clark. Body.
Vara.
Thank you.
Carey will come up with it, looking to switch the field, trying to figure out where to go.
I don't care who it is.
And That ball will be sent out of bounds by the Lakers. We have a few subs coming in as well. Giselle Castillo will make her way back onto the field for
For the
Segovia.
Lakers, number 22, Samantha Prescorn. And for the Dragons, number 11, Giselle Castillo.
And Prescorn will come back onto the field for the Lakers.
22 Everything good?
That ball thrown in by the Dragons. Milano tried to send that ball back over to Villatoro, but a little too short. And thrown for the Lakers. Stout sends that ball over to Harold. Harold looking for Parsons on that far side. And Lakers looking to slow things down here a little bit. And into the knee of Carey. And Villatoro will chase that ball down. Looking for a bit of an opening here. And Ruana will slowly chase after that ball, but we'll have yet another offsides call on the Dragons. Into the body of Stout. Carey chasing after that ball. And Prescorn right on the side of her. But sent out of bounds by Carey. It'll be a throw for the Lakers. Over to Stout. Sending that ball on the inside. Back to Stout. Stout looking to get away with it here. A little bit of a mismatch with her and Hernandez. And Carey chasing back down after that ball. And she will send that ball out of bounds. Throwing for the Lakers.
Let's go, Blue, right here.
That will be a corner kick for the Lakers. A lot of Dragons piled into this box here. That ball kicked in, almost headed on by the Lakers, but still in possession. And a long shot is blocked by Castillo. Another shot saved. 3 shots saved. And that ball is kicked over by Parsons, but it will go wide of the goal. A number of defensive saves here for the Dragons. But also a number of shot attempts by the Lakers. That'll be good for another corner kick for the Lakers.
Farther. That gap. Farther. Good.
Lakers looking to close a few gaps here.
You
The
got
ball
speed.
sent in
Come on,
into the
Blue.
hands of Jackson. That ball sent back down the field into the feet of Ruano. Ruano looking to take that ball down the field, but has a couple of Laker defenders on her. And Ruano will get tripped up, but the ref says play on.
Well done, Sid. Haley. Stop getting offside. Stop
And
being
we will have
lazy.
an offsides call on the Lakers. A number of offsides calls here on both the Dragons and the Lakers. A number of turnovers by both sides. Headed on by the Lakers. Moreira Castillo. That'll be Osorio over to Navarro. And Villatoro didn't take a look there. Tried to send that ball over to the inside, thinking Ruano was there, but she just was not there. Ruano, in between her legs, and that ball will go back over to the Lakers. But there are a number of Dragon bodies there waiting. And Viatoro. And we will have a foul on the Dragons. Navarro sends that ball over to Alicia Taylor. And it'll be Taylor and Akinloye. And Parsons on that far side. Parsons and Taylor, a bit of a matchup. The Lakers will stay in possession. Castillo sends that ball down, and Ruano will chase after that ball, but Tabuena comes off of her line and takes the dive and picks that ball right up. Carey and pre-scoring here. Carey trying not to let that ball get past her, but that'll be Giselle Castillo that will send that ball out of bounds. We'll have another sub for the Lakers. So Miller will be coming back onto the field while Parsons comes out. And Parsons can definitely be a change of pace coming off the field for the Lakers, as she's taken about a large percentage of the shots for the Lakers that have been on goal. So Viatoro on this near side gets past the Lakers, looking for Ruano on her right. That ball will go over to Ruano, and a bit of a misstep by Ruano. That ball sent back in by Merida Castillo, but it'll be picked up once more by Tabuena. That was a great pass by Viatoro. But that ball just under the feet of Ruano and lands behind her. And everybody seems to be watching that ball just now that was sent back in by Tabuena. And Stout will come up with the steal. A bit of a mismatch with Hernandez, height-wise. Rhodes. But that ball will be, Giselle Castillo chases after and keeps that ball in play. But that ball will still be sent out of bounds. And it'll be good for a corner kick for the Lakers. We have a little under 20 minutes left to play here. That ball sent in and pushed out by Jackson. They will earn themselves yet another corner kick here. Body still piled into this penalty box. That ball sent in and attempted to be kicked in by Harold. But that ball goes wide of the goal. Excuse me, Milner for the Lakers. A little bit of movement here on the field. To the knees of Rhodes. Jackson will pick that up. Headed on by Milner. That ball will stay with the Lakers. Over to the far side of the field. Sent back over to the inside, and Stout would do her best to come up with it. Back with that matchup with Hernandez. Since I ball backwards a little bit, but a long shot taken by Milner is scooped up once more by Jackson. Another goal kick. Headed on by Rhodes. Carey will chase that ball down on the near side. Taking a second. And that ball will just get sent out of bounds. Headed on by Carey. She'll send that ball, trying to look for Ruano. Ruano would mess up with it, but a hard tackle by VAR. But the ref says to play on. Lakers. Rhodes.
24, who you got? Four, thank you.
That ball sent down the field once more, but no Dragons waiting. So Bueno will send that ball back down the far side. Viatora trying to come up with it. But that ball will be down the far side of the field to Miller. And it will go back into the possession of the Dragons. Thrown by Osorio. Over to Tolbert. Trying to look for Taylor. And Jackson will send that ball back down. Ruano looking to come up with this ball on the inside. Trying to get past. The late pass wins that ball back with the Lakers. Some returners for the Lakers.
Number 24, Madison Kirby, and number 3, Haley Parsons.
So Kirby will re-enter the game for the Lakers as well as Parsons. And we are now looking at under 15 minutes here left to play in this game. And both teams remain scoreless. Staying with the Lakers. That ball gets past Kirby. And Hernandez will send that ball onto midfield. Pre-scoring and carry. Over to Zach. And Zach looks to send that ball over to Parsons on the far side. And Parsons trying to get past and does get past Osorio. Takes a shot and that ball is picked up by Jackson. Another great save by Jackson here on these shot attempts by the Lakers. Ruano looking to come up with it. It'll be Moreira Castillo over to Vara. Castillo looking to take that ball down the field just a little far, and Ruano will come up with it, but there is a Laker trailing her from that far side. That was Weeks that was running from that far side of the field. be Vara. Vara and Tolbert, but lacking a little bit of communication over there. They didn't realize they were playing side by side and both trying to come up with the ball. And there's Parsons once more on that left side. And it'll be a hard tackle. That'll send two Dragon players to the floor as well as Parsons. But no call by the ref. Hernandez taking her time a little bit here. That'll be back to pre-scoring through the legs of Castillo, but Viatora will come up with it into the body of the Lakers once more. That'll be Rhodes with a shot. And Jackson will land right on that ball to save the Dragons once more from keeping these Lakers off the scoreboard. A lot of detrimental saves here by Jackson to keep the Lakers scoreless. That'll be a foul on the Lakers. A little over 10 minutes left. And once again, this game remains scoreless.
Jacqueline, who you got? Who you got? You got Gabby?
Free kick them
Who you got?
by Castillo.
4. Number 4. Who you got? 24. Thank you.
A little bit of a look here by Prescorn. That'll be Prescorn and Carey.
Entering the game for the Lakers, number 24, Kara Stout. Number 4, excuse me, correction. And number 17 for the Dragons, Jacqueline Navarro.
Taken down the near sideline by Harold. Looking for Stout. But that ball will be sent out of bounds by Hernandez. Sent on the inside. Over to Rhodes, but Rhodes cannot come up with it. And that'll be Jacqueline Navarro, who has just entered the game for the Dragons. That ball's trailed down by Hernandez. Looking to try to get around the Lakers, but just could not get around those defenders. That'll be Parsons once more on that far side. But that ball will get past her, and Barr will come up with it. Back over to the Lakers. And we will have a foul on the Lakers. And the ref will call to resume play. That'll be our free kick for the Dragons. Tolbert. Looking to send that ball to the inside. It's into the feet of the Lakers. Tolbert once more. Trying to take that ball down the far side. That'll be Navarro that kicks that ball down the field. . Lakers looking to switch the field. Trying to look for pre-scoring. Over to Stout. Back to pre-scoring. Looking for Harold. That ball will be over to Milner. Milner takes a shot, but that ball goes high. Another great shot attempt for the Lakers here. Looking to find their way onto the scoreboard. Into the body of Castillo, who tries to send that ball down, but that ball's a little too high for Viatora, but it will be Ola Tolbert. But Akinleye will come up with it. And Tolbert and Akinleye, and we will have a hard foul on Tolbert that sends Akinleye to the floor. And that ball will go back to the Lakers. Time is running out here in this game of the Howard Community College Dragons and the Garrett College Lakers. With a little over 5 minutes left to play, and we do remain scoreless. A long shot by the Lakers, and that ball is rode out by Jackson, but Jackson slow to get up here. A little slow to get up, but she does return to her feet. That'll be a corner kick for the Lakers. That ball sent a little short, headed on by the Lakers, but headed backwards and out of bounds. That ball sent back in by Jackson. Over to Navarro. Navarro and Parsons here with a little bit of a matchup. Stays with the Lakers. Lakers looking to take things back down their side of the field. That ball's blocked by Hernandez. And a shot by the Lakers will go wide. Yet another shot attempt by the Lakers. That'll be good for another corner kick for the Dragons. Excuse me, for the Lakers. The corner kick for the Lakers. That ball sent on the inside and is into a lot of bodies and feet and is just sent high. Parsons took a crazy shot from the center of the penalty box, and Jackson saves that ball just with the tip of her fingers. A great save by Jackson. The Lakers will earn themselves yet another corner kick. Looking to make a move here. And Hernandez will send that ball back and out, but Prescorn will send that ball just high and wide of the goal. A detrimental save here by Jackson with a little under 3 minutes to play in this second half. Sent back in by Jackson into the body of Villatoro. Villatoro looking to get past a few defenders here for the Lakers, but it'll be pre-scoring. Not a lot of communication here for the Dragons. A few passes, but doesn't seem to be anybody there to come up with these passes. Navarro on the far side. Into the body of Akinloye. And it'll be Osorio. And it'll be Stout once more. But Jackson came up off her line just a little bit and will slide in to grab that ball to keep the Lakers out of her net. Osorio and Parsons on the far side. Parsons trying to get past Osorio. Sends that ball back into the inside, but it will remain in the possession of the Lakers. And it looks to be Stout who has fallen to the floor. A little slow to get up. The game is still in play with under a minute left. That ball sent back down by Hernandez, but Lakers still in possession in a long shot. A long shot by Harold was just wide. Lakers definitely looking to make a late goal here in these last 30 seconds of this match. Hoping to stun the Dragons in any way. Headed on by the Lakers, but Lana will take that ball down the near side of the field. Looking to send that ball past the Lakers. Only about 10 seconds left in this match. It'll be a throw in for the Dragons. And that'll be the horn here in Columbia, Maryland. The final score is 0-0.
And that concludes the game. Final score 0-0.
So that ends this match here in Columbia, Maryland for the Howard Dragons, whose score is 0, and also the Garrett College Lakers, whose score also remains at 0. We hope you guys had a great time today, and we thank you all for tuning in. The next game for the women's team will be in Hagerstown, Maryland, as we do have a doubleheader. They will be on the road on October 12th. The game is set to start at 2 p.m. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great day.